Thanks for tuning into my tarot channel. I didn't really make the deadline to do a non-dark reading. I feel like I'm just not in the mood to do like a long, detailed reading, but it doesn't mean that I'm not saving up for other readings, because I've got some really cool ideas in my head. But I wanted to talk about this other idea. Ooh, let me just like bang around in here. This idea called, well, it's kind of just, I made it up. It's not really, I don't know if it's a real thing, but I guess it's just like an energy shield. And I find it really works when you visualize it. And it's like, you know, a lot of us people in this world, or not a lot of us, some of us are super duper sensitive. And that includes being sensitive to other people. And, you know, I am someone who gets a lot of people staring at me, mainly because I wear headscarves and turbans, and I don't really wear wigs that much anymore. Mainly because I'm doing this medication and I want my wig to last longer. I have alopecia, if you haven't watched any of my other videos. So I'm wearing, like, I put topical minoxidil, which is Rogaine, on my head, because I'm doing like 3 other medications for this treatment that I'm doing to grow my hair. And I'm finding that I just wear my wig. I mean, I don't wear my wig very often because I don't want to damage it, and with the medication that I'm putting on my head. And also, I just care less about what people think, like, which took a long time in my life. And it took a lot of, like, just realizing what matters to me. And it's like, yeah, let's bring the difference. Yeah, I'm different, and I'm not like everyone else. 2% of the population has this disease. And within that, a smaller percentage loses all their hair, which is what I experienced. And I don't expect people to know about it or understand. Or if I did tell them, I don't expect them to, you know, understand that. And then also, like, you know, you also realize as time goes on that you don't really care if people understand. Like, let them think whatever they want. Let them think it's religious. I don't care. I've worked with people. I used to teach at a Muslim school. I respect that people wear headscarves, but that's not my reason for it. Let them think that I'm trying to make an artistic statement. That's really not why. It's a practical need, because my head gets cold. I'll get even more stares if I don't have it on, because right now I have patchy hair all over my head, so it definitely is an odd look. But, you know, it's like, I just learned as I gotten older to just deflect people's stares. If you can feel somebody staring at you and you want to make a point, you can look back at them and just say nothing, as if to say, I can see that you're staring. Or you can just, like, just not look at them at all. You don't, just because they're, like, overwhelmed by your presence or looking at you because you look different for whatever reason. Or, you know, whatever. They could be talking to you and you don't want to engage. Or, you know, a lot of strangers, like to engage with other people and, like, say weird things. I don't know. And it's like, you don't have to engage at all. You can, or you could engage minimally. And people also just have microaggressions. Like, people might have judgments about us or, like, whatever, because based on whatever they see in front of them that they want to judge. And a lot of times, the world is full of sexist people. I have to say, there's sexism, there's racism, there's a lot of messed up things. There's people who don't understand illness, for example. And I'm not, like, condoning any of that, but I've definitely experienced, like, negative things from other people. And what I like to do is just imagine that there's a wall of energy around me, because I can feel people's energy. And a lot of times, if I stick up for myself in some way, which is usually indirect, like, for example, I won't give an example, but I rather than having an upfront conflict, I'd rather, like, go to the authority and be like, oh, this is, like, unacceptable, actually. If you're in like a public place where something happens, for example, I guess I'm talking about harassment. I don't know if the viewers experience this, but a lot of women experience it just by nature of being a woman. And men wouldn't believe how much women go through, but men can experience it too, honestly. And, you know, it could be about anything. I'm just bringing up my alopecia and how it makes me a target, but anyone really. And also just, like, having an intense energy. But anyway, so that's my style. I don't like to, like, get into direct conflicts with people, especially people I don't know. But, like, you know, I also think that it's just a waste of energy. And like, as I get older, I just feel like I don't have the energy to expend on like interactions. Also, I find that I really make clear my boundaries in public spaces if someone is trying to like cross a boundary, you know. I'll just be like, oh, like that, no, like I don't do it that way or whatever, you know. There's no point in beating around the bush in your life. Like, say someone's blocking you from getting by and they're like, oh, I'll be gone in a minute. You might just say like, oh, well, great, well, I'm gonna need to leave in 3 minutes. So that's called setting a boundary. A lot of people in public spaces feel like they own them. So anyway, if you can feel like some negative energy coming at you, or someone's like acting really sketch and it's like affecting you, you can just like imagine this wall of energy around you. It's like, I like to imagine a cylinder or like an orb shape that covers my whole body, and it's like, sometimes it's pink, sometimes it's white, but it's usually pink or white. And it is like a physical thing that I imagine that's happening, that's like no one can get inside, and it's like sort of jelly like, and like, you know, it's thick, and it's like protecting me. And it really works because people can sense when you're doing that you have some sort of barrier, like you're not gonna like be involved, like you're in your own world, you're in your own thoughts, and you're not even looking to energetically interact. And yeah, I also recommend just spending more time alone, like spending time with no stimulus in places where like other people are not, so you can hear your own thoughts. And that may be hard for people who like live with their family, or like a lot of people, or like maybe if you have kids, or I don't know, even just a lot of animals. But because then you can learn how to what's your energy and what's not your energy. And if you're sensitive, that might be hard. You might be like, oh, I'm feeling negative stuff, but it's actually this person at the store who was staring at you in this negative way, and now you're just feeling upset because of that experience. Anyway, I also think that like as a society, we all just need to work harder to open our minds to like different ways of life, different people, different kinds of things. And I think that somehow like having an energetic barrier that you visualize to things that are negative and toxic only strengthens you and makes you more able to actually be vulnerable when the right person comes to be your friend or companion, or even lover, you know, that you'll be ready to open up in a meaningful way because you have self-protection, and you know, you're not just like floating around the world to everyone's mercy. So just a thought.